breaking news.
Yes, there is, involving a Titans quarterback.
Who had this story? Schefter? Let's do it again, Zeph, so I don't talk over it, just for posterity and prosperity. From Adam Schefter, the Tennessee Titans are sending quarterback Malik Willis to the Green Bay Packers for a 2025 seventh-round pick. He will likely back up Jordan Love.
Good for Malik. He put enough on tape to warrant a trade. And that also tells you that they weren't keeping him anyway.
Exactly that. Yes.
Yep.
So, all the Malik talk over the last couple of years.
I'm not going to lie. Thank goodness.
You had Malik Lash?
Malik Lash. I did. Now, he has gotten better. And to his credit, because of what he put on film, that is why he's now headed to the Packers in a backup role, right?
Right.
The Titans just...
He earned that.
He earned it. So good for him. I had him cut anyway.
Right, and that's what was going to happen.
Which is exactly what
fourth quarter got him this opportunity.
Yep.
I think. I mean, and you know, I mean, there have been people around the league that have been at training camp and things like that, so word starts to spread. But he is definitely better.
Yes.
He has been working hard, clearly, on his game. And,
I still don't think he's a number 2 in the league.
But the Titans get a draft pick for him. They were going to cut him anyway.
Win-win.
Or at least try to practice squad him.
Nick said, I can't believe we got something for him. I don't disagree on that. They could have waited and he would have been cut.
615-737-1045. That is the news that is out there. You were talking about P. Ryan. So P. Ryan will the running back in Denver had success in Cincinnati with Callahan as the offense coordinator. Pretty good player, you know.
Older, but you're also talking about shoring up your number 3 running back spot
with a guy who knows the system. So
exactly.
Do you bring in P. Ryan? Give them that 7th round pick that you just got. Bring in P. Ryan. So ultimately, you traded Malik Willis for P. Ryan, your number 3 running back, and then you move on from Chestnut. And then decide on Haskins. Because Haskins is only making this team if his value as a special teamer is enough to keep him on this team.
Which I feel like it's enough to have the conversation. His value on special teams is enough for us to be having this conversation. Right?
Yes. Slay Dog had to run down the hall. When he gets back, I can't wait to tell him about Malik Willis being traded.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. Hey, dog.
What up?
Hey,
Malik Willis
Malik
got traded to the Packers.
conversation is over.
To the Packers?
For a 7th rounder.
It's over.
Guess what?
Good for him, though. He earned that.
No, hell yeah. You put enough stuff on. Hell yeah. You put enough stuff on tape. That's what can happen, man. So
the other side of that is the Titans get something for him.
Would they get a 7th rounder?
7th round pick.
Stockpiling draft picks, man.
I mean, it was either that or a bag of footballs.
Although, when do the Titans play the Packers?
I mean, week 2, home opener. Here comes Malik.
He ain't got to go far.
What if Jordan Love gets hurt, Malik Willis comes in and beats the Titans in Nashville?
Oh.
Well, I guarantee you, regardless, he's going to be their scout quarterback.
Without question.
Mm-hmm. He
they're going to know everything.
Knows the offense, knows the system.
See, that's tomfoolery right there.
Tomfoolery. I used to know
Is that worth a 7th round pick, though? Sure. You still got to stop it.
It's a game. Yeah.
Well, if they needed a backup quarterback whose game is somewhat similar to Jordan Love's, then yeah, it makes sense. And he was on the Titans, who you play in week 2. Might as well.
So in 2025, before this trade, they only had 6 picks. 1 in each round, minus a 3rd rounder that they traded for L'Jarius Sneed. This gives them a 7th pick and another late round pick, which Rand Carthon seems to use a lot, whether it's in trade or drafting players.
Some things,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. One thing I'm not doing, I'm not questioning management. Chad Brinker, Rand Carthon, what's I got? Burke Nihill, like all of them. Y'all got it, man. Y'all got enough equity built up. Y'all can do what you do.
What was Malik, a 3rd round? He was a 3rd rounder,
Third
right?
round pick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Remember, that's a different regime.
Totally different.
That's a J-Rob special.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Some people had him going in the first. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like mocking him?
Mm-hmm. That's what they were doing, mocking him. That's the problem. But I want to see what happens with our guy next, Caleb Farley.
You think Will Levis gives him a bottle of cologne as like a parting gift?
No.
Like, hey, man, take this to Green Bay.
Malik probably out there.
Zeph just said, is Levis going to change his number back? I was like, no, he's got cologne.
Nah, yeah, he will number 8.
He is solid 8 now.
Yeah, you got to roll with that.
8 ball.
MJG.
I mean,
Billy
there's a
Jeans.
website for the cologne.
League will have to make him pay for all those jerseys he sold.
Mm-hmm. So you don't want
Billy Jeans is messed up and got the 8 ball rolling.
Is that a...
Come on, man.
Easy. I'm with you.
Yeah, he's right. Easy. Brian Callahan, speaking of late round pick success, I mean, undrafted free agent success. And they've talked about this. Like, if you can, Rand talked about it during the broadcast. If you can find undrafted free agents that can make the team, that is a huge differentiator because that's a player that makes the team that wasn't a draft pick.
Yeah.
So they turn out to be a draft pick that you didn't have. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. They developed them into and put enough on tape to go get a draft pick for them.
Brian Callahan talked about the importance of late round draft picks and undrafted free agents.
Yeah, anytime you got undrafted guys that can come earn a spot, that's a huge benefit. That and your late round picks. Your 5th, 6th, 7th round picks. If you can get contributions from those guys, that's huge for the depth of your roster, for the cost of your team. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to being able to hit those picks, and I think this year we've done a pretty nice job. I mean, we're looking at pretty significant contributions, I think, from all the guys in that draft class at this point. And then obviously we got some UDFAs that have made their mark as well. So that's how you build a team. That's how you build depth, and that's how you find players, is the work you do in those later rounds. And I think our scouts have done a great job in that process. Really, they're the ones that find those guys, and we got to keep doing that. That's how you keep building your team and keep building your depth, is hitting on those day 3 picks, essentially, that 4th through 7th round and your CFAs. So successful teams hitting those spots, and we need to keep doing it.
One guy that there have been several.
That's what's missing on this team right now.
Yeah. Bryce Oliver, undrafted guy. Y'all have seen him make plays. If you haven't been to practice, or if you have been to practice, you've seen him make plays at practice too. Like, he's been very active as an undrafted free agent. Brian Callahan talked about Bryce Oliver.
Yeah, he's another one of those guys that's shown well for himself. He's got some size, and he can run. He's got some legitimate speed. You see it on the field. He probably is faster than he looks, if that makes sense. He covers a lot of ground, and he does it pretty quickly. And sometimes he's a smooth runner, so you don't feel it the same way you feel some guys. But he chews up a cushion on a DB, and he chews up ground, and he can really run. The thing that I think is the most impressive is he's got really, really strong hands. And some of those catches he made are, that's impressive to see. So, again, he's another guy that's come a long way since he got here in the OTAs and really started to settle in. And you start to see, once these guys know what to do, their talent starts to come out a little bit. And he's one of those guys that's really, had a nice preseason for himself.
Kind of reminds me of NWI when I watch him.
Yeah.
Run routes and stuff.
Like, solid, consistent, going to be where he's supposed to be.
Chews up yards, like kind of like Callie said, like he moves faster than he looks like he's moving, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
By the way, God, just the transparency. I know we talk about it, but it's so nice.
Amazing.
I mean, to sit here and say, what's really impressive is how strong his hands are.
Right.
You didn't have to tell us that.
No, thank you for the details.
It's
Thank
refreshing.
you. Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Although I did feel like he was almost a little sad talking about the great things that Bryce Oliver's done.
Well, I mean, he's a practice squad guy. He's not a 53 guy.
I'm going to get him.
But you might go get him.
I'm going to get him.
Another guy that's been impressive, David Martin Robinson. You want to hear what Brian Callahan has to say about him?
This is another one.
Here you go.
Yeah, it was. It was a surprise. I mean, we when we first brought him in the rookie mini camp, I was like, this guy seems like he moves pretty well for as big as he is, and he just kind of caught your eye. I mean, again, it's just moving around in shorts, and so that part was cool to see to start. And then he's really, ascended. Like, every chance he's gotten better. Every chance to make a play, he's made it. he's the poster child for what it takes to make a team as a UDFA, and he's been fantastic. I mean, there's no discounting his skill set's real. He's physical in the run game. Surprise is the word, but as we've watched, the more I've watched him and got to know him, though, I shouldn't be surprised because that's his mindset. He's mature. He's professional. It's important to him. He takes coaching. He makes improvements quickly. Those things are all traits that would lead guys to be able to to show well and have a chance. So, like I said before, I think Justin Outen's done a fantastic job with that room from top to bottom. Those guys have really matured and as tight ends and really played well over the course of camp. So a little tip of my cap to J.O. and the job that he's done as well. But that was a room that went from a lot of questions to one that we feel is now all of a sudden pretty deep and pretty strong and been pretty competitive. So that's a good thing.
615-737-1045, 615-737-1045. I think David Martin Robinson makes the 53.
I think so, too.
I would definitely be on mine.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? Find one of your 53 undrafted free agent. I mean, it happens all the time in this league, but that's how you got to build the core.
Opportunity.
615-737-1045. Again, the big news, Titans send Malik Willis to the Green Bay Packers for a 2025 7th-round pick. Keith in Nashville next up on 3HL. Keith, what's up?
He just wasted a 3rd-round pick.
I mean, from then, yeah. I mean, but what do you do now? Because they were going to try to practice squad him or release him. They weren't going to get anything.
I wouldn't have drafted him, but after I drafted him.
Right, but these guys can't make that decision. They can't go back.
I don't think Rand Carthon would have drafted him either. Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I get it.
I'd have been forced to keep him if I'm, now.
Oh, Keith, come on, man. You can't keep him out of spite.
Okay, well, give me higher than 7th round then.
He's not worth it.
That's the problem.
You can only take what you can get.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I can't believe they got a 7th rounder.
They got a 7th rounder for him. They were gonna release him.
When everybody knows what your hands are gonna show, then everybody just say hands off. We ain't gonna do anything, and they let him go to the practice squad. Then somebody else will go pick him up for free. So I mean, you lose.
He's what do you call it? He's ungradable because they haven't run RPO with him, so you can't grade him.
Right.
Yeah, they probably will never run it either, though. That's the thing.
They won't.
So,
they run their offense the way they run it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Keith. Appreciate it. Keith has been on Malik Willis forever.
Oh, no, that's cool.
And I respect that.
Yeah, no doubt. But the
business part of what just happened is what just happened. Like, I bet they are shocked they got a 7th-round pick for him.
I'm shocked.
I am, too.
Me, too. If you run it from, I thought you needed one more year development to see what you was going to see.
I think Green Bay did it.
The flashes are great, though.
Because they're able to give a 7th-round pick to get to the front of the waiver wire, basically. You know what I mean?
Who's Green Bay's backup quarterback behind Jordan Love prior to Malik Willis?
Sean Clifford and Michael Pratt.
Who?
Yeah.
Sean Clifford
Pratt's
from
Tulane rookie.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
He's legit, but you're going to have a rookie.
Still asking who?
Yeah.
So on their depth chart on the Green Bay Packers website, Sean Clifford is currently the number 2.
Yeah.
And I pulled his preseason stats from the 3 games this year. And in 3 games, he was 10 of 19 for 111 yards, 0 and 0. 6 of 10 for 43 yards, 0 and 1 interception. 6 of 14 for 53 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions.
Well, here we go. That's how the league goes.
I'm trying to pull it up. My computer's slow. Yeah, Sean Clifford out of Penn State, 6'2", 218. He's 26 years old.
I remember.
Yeah, he hasn't done much. He has played in 2 games.
As a wasted 3rd-round draft pick. Yeah, it was. But what do you...
But this organization can't go backward.
This is how you screw your organization moving forward is when you hold on to those picks that didn't work out.
Yeah, and you can't get nothing from them.
Right.
Like this is like as much as I hate it. I mean, at some point we may be right there with the same thing with Caleb Farley. Oh. Maybe the same thing.
How great was it to see him get out there?
Man, and blast that dude.
He blasted that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Take that. I wish, man, we had more time with him. But the other guy, what's that guy? Big Panda. Like you can go through each draft pick.
Isaiah
Wilson. Like there's plenty of picks that you wouldn't have made, in hindsight, but hindsight gets you fired. Potential get you fired.
What was his rap name? Because Big Panda was actually a great nickname.
BB Bowser, Gigi Bowser.
Gigi Bowser.
Gigi Bowser.
I'm like, he should have gone Panda.
Yeah, that would have been much better for him.
What do you think Isaiah Wilson's doing right now?
No, I hope he's not.
Taking a nap. What time is it?
Right.
4, something?
I don't know.
Probably sleep.
Big Jeff tweeted,
taking a nap.
Quote tweeted the NFL trade via Rap Sheet and said, "Hate to see you go, my brother. Packers got a good one, man, on the field and off."
Yeah, he's a good dude. Really good dude. And, I mean, celebrate the work ethic. I'm telling you, he's better for sure. 615-737-1045. Why did you just point at Zeph?
Oh, because he said, go look at Big Jeff's Twitter.
Oh, you were giving him props.
Yeah.
I thought you were like calling for, the cut man or whatever.
No.
Cut master.
I was saying thanks for the heads up.
All right, we need to take a break. More of your reaction. Tons of y'all are watching on YouTube. We appreciate that. The chat is busy, that's for sure. A lot of people are now wanting to trade Treylon Burks for some reason. Like I don't know how that worked itself in there, but
do you think they're just poking the bear that's sitting to my right?
I know what John L's doing. He says, keep Bryce Oliver, cut Burks.
Yeah, he wants some attention.
Oh, he's just poking. He's poking that big bear to my right.
All right, we have 2 lines open. Your reaction to the game. Titans go undefeated in the preseason, beat the Saints 30-27. What is your analysis of what you saw? Maybe you have some roster advice as we are ahead of cut day. And we'll go from there. 615-737-1045.